This is the 8-9 Combo.
Hi everyone, Brent and Harry. Back for another 8-9 Combo recap. We hope you enjoyed last week's one of the Ellis Park postmortem. This week it is a very, very favourite episode of mine. This was following the Ellis Park loss. We had Riaan Louw, our mate on. He was at Ellis Park with you, and you two just decided to, I assume, for some sort of level of closure, some sort of level of catharticism for you, let's just outlay all the ways we were wrong in this game.
Oh, we just thought it would be funny.
It was,
and
very
indeed
funny.
It was. Of all the episodes that people will stop and talk about in this year, it's been a lot of in person. I've been to a lot of tests and I've been to a lot of stadia, and people, one of their favorite things to do is talk about a thing. And sometimes you don't remember the thing, so it's kind of awkward and embarrassing. This one, I always remember, and they go, that was so funny. And it's from Aussies and Box and neutrals alike. And it was great fun to be. Riaan is just a superb guy to spend a day with anyway, in a sporting ground and have fun. But we were way out, far over our skis in that first 30 minutes. We were pronouncing the end of rugby as we know it, a reinvention of all things good and true. And then we just had to eat our words. And also it gave the audience a great insight into when we South Africans are misunderstood. We think people are blowhard, braggadocio. We are actually fine ripping both ways, but we know the difference between being bitter and when you're kind of kicking us and so forth, and when you're really having fun. So that was sort of just a show of what would it look like in our own homes, in our own pubs, in our own shebeens, how we sound when we're making fun of ourselves. And listen, there was so much to be made fun of that it wasn't even, we could have added another set of 10 jokes of how stupid we sounded in second half.
Yeah. You've met how much have you had Springbok fans come up to you, and maybe Ringo's the same, saying that was exactly what we were saying?
Yeah, it's exactly. Everyone's just like, and then I was saying this, and I was calling my mom in London and say, watch this, and then go, no, don't go away, don't watch it anymore.
It was just the best.
Carnage.
A couple of my favorite things from this particular one, and this is a bit of a spoiler, admittedly. Early on, when I realised that this was going to be very enjoyable, I messaged my family, and someone very sneakily off camera handed me a beer to crack during the recording, which was great. And then you relived the story that it's still there in the shorts part on the 8-9 YouTube channel about the parrot in Cape Town that called the South African equivalent of Triple O. It's just one of the stupidest stories. It shouldn't be as funny as it is.
No, that's always what's funniest. In this episode that you guys are going to watch, Ringo and I literally were losing it while we were recollecting it, because and the butt of the joke was us. And we were just thinking how stupid we were, just how we were just dick swinging, arm waving, pissing on, and then had to just sit there for the next 50 minutes, just absorbing what was the worst loss I've ever seen in my life.
It was so good. It's a lot of fun. Enjoy it. This is Harry and Riaan reliving all the ways they were wrong at Ellis Park.
Let's talk about that time that you and I went to Ellis Park and we were skipping, and I think we were holding hands and swinging arms and skipping along with Jared Wright and assorted Twitterati, and we were saying funny things. And then 2 hours later, we were saying very different things. And I would like to walk with you through that lonely valley of death and evil, and kind of recapture what it was when we were still happy, back when we were young. I want to talk about that part.
So I'm just going to let you two go here now. Can I go and get a beer or something like this? So what you are basically?
I promise you'll find it very entertaining, Brad.
Oh, I'm absolutely certain I'm going to. So this is what you about. All you have said to me is, I want to turn this into an opportunity to explain all the ways we were wrong about Ellis Park.
but kind of right, but also wrong at the same time. That's the interesting part.
Okay.
Like everything we
This is
said was
Schadenfreude
valid.
episode, if you're an Aussie, Schadenfreude
Yeah.
will be meted
So-
out.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So have at it. I've got lots of images and things like that to drop in. We are, of course, talking about, as if you'd forgotten the scoreline, Australia 38, South Africa 22 at Ellis Park,
Ow.
Johannesburg.
Get that shit
Um,
off the screen.
Oh,
It
it's
hurts.
broken. I can't get rid of it. I don't know. We're just gonna have to talk through it the whole way. No, I'm not gonna do that. To you.
Once upon a time, I made my way to Ellis Park in a car with Jared Wright of Planet Rugby, and we almost died, but we didn't. And I got to Ellis Park, and I saw Ringo, and he looked like George Clooney. I couldn't believe how much more handsome he was than the last time I saw him. I don't know. It must be owning a house in Alberton with a green room. And we just started topping each other with how happy and optimistic we were to go 3-0 on a streak, because we had watched a smash the Irish in Loftus. We were together and we watched the Box smash the All Blacks kind of at Ellis Park, and then we were like, what did we say, Ringo? What was the phrase we used when we said, I wonder if our streak's going to continue?
I thought, like, when are they going to call us to go to more games together? Because we're going to be 3-0 today. And if they want to keep the streak going, just get us to go to every game.
And with a shrug, I said, it's just the Wallabies.
Yeah.
Oh, the absolute South African arrogance of you.
Yeah, I said, it's just the
I'm not
Wallabies.
joking.
And no
I
one
had the
contradicted
number
me.
40
Yeah.
in my head. The number
Yeah.
40 is what we
Oh,
will
wow.
hit today. And if the Wallabies hit 7, that would be,
Yeah.
bad for us.
Okay,
The
so set the
number 40.
scene. We go
And
into
look, it
the
was
we
so
go into the-
close to the number 40.
yeah, we go into the park and we go down to our seats, which are way, way down. And Riaan, you say something to me, which I end up following. Instructions. You say, just go on the pitch. Just walk
Yeah.
on there. It's fine.
Just invade. Yeah.
Hang on.
Like, how did you know that I could do that? Because I really don't think I was supposed to do that.
Didn't you have a pass?
Yeah.
Not for the pitch.
Oh,
We were standing,
So-
we were watching. I was actually watching Rassi. You can see that man is a showman. He was lining the ball up on the 5-meter line, the line out line, putting the ball there and kicking it over the posts with his hands in his pockets. I'm like, how could we lose? Look at this
Yeah.
man.
The new, lean, mean, skinnier Rossi. He's looking fit. He's running
Yeah.
around. There's a
And I
guy
saw
ripping his
guys
pants
coming
off.
past
There's
him
people
with the
doing
same
crazy shit.
lanyard as-
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw guys with the same lanyard as Harry, but obviously you can't see what's on the pass itself, just the lanyard colors. I'm like,
Yeah.
Harry must be able to go up there. I went back to Harry. I said, just go talk to the security guards, get on the field. I'm sure you'll be fine. No one will
Right.
say anything. Yeah.
So I think maybe I was the Jonah or the albatross, but I go and I just sort of breeze by the security guards, flashing the wrong side of it so they don't see. And I just go in there and I cannot spot Ringo again. I'm like trying to look at him in the crowd, can never find him. So I got to look like a journo. So I start talking to people and taking pictures and wandering around, and I just know it's not an imposter syndrome. I am in fact an imposter, and so I keep waiting to be arrested. And finally, Cindy comes up to me and she's like, "Why are you on the field?" The actual coordinator of media. I'm right next
I
to
saw him come
Skalkberg
up
at
to you.
Ian
You were so
Etzebeth.
happy at first. You're
I
like,
hugged
"Hey,
her.
Cindy."
I hugged her. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
No, I hugged her because I thought that's the number one thing to do when you're in trouble is hug the person that's about to get you in trouble. It's always worked for me in the past. So
this is going to be even better than I hoped for. Please continue.
I go back to my seat and, it's the carnival. There's like marching bands. There's all kinds of different break dancers that are much better than Razor Robertson. There's a guy ripping off his pants to show his budgie smugglers. And it's just all good, right? There's no flyover, but it's just Australia.
Oh,
So
question. Why was there no
Yeah.
flyover? I
Because
was
it's just
promised
the Wallabies.
multiple
Little cloudy.
aircraft.
It
It was a little
Brett,
cloudy.
it was
Yeah.
just the Wallabies. Okay, so we start the game, and every single thing we say next, it turns out to be wrong, but it seems very right. So you
Very
go,
right.
Ringo. Give me a
Yeah.
collection of things you said, I said, something said, and I'll try to respond on things I
I
heard.
think
as
one
well.
of the main ones I was saying was the Wallabies are misusing Harry Wilson. He's not doing anything.
They never put him in
That was one of-
space. They don't know how to put him in space.
Yeah.
And
This
then
was
I saw
before his
Harry
try-
Wilson in
before
more
his try
space than I've
assist.
ever seen him. He was like an astronaut. He was in space. Oh my God! How can Harry Wilson be that quick? He's running through
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So are we talking inside the first 5-10 minutes that you say this?
Yeah, and he said he's a Warren Whiteley. He needs to be running free. They're always putting him into
Yeah,
like these
yeah.
dark corners. Can they get
He
him
was
out?
getting
And I was like,
snatched on the gain line, and
about 15 minutes later, he was running through the Sahara Desert. There was no one in the picture. It was like untouched scoring. I was saying they just cannot handle one-up tackles. Andre, Eben, I just said they're falling like flies. I mean, we're just going to trample them. This is going to be 42-10, just like I said. That's what I said.
yeah. I was saying the Aussies are giving up those post-contact meters because they're so obsessed with getting the turnover, and it's not working. They're not getting any turnovers, and like then the turnovers just start coming and coming and coming.
Then I said, you said Lewis is such a banker at the lineout, and I said they're not even touching the ball at lineouts today. No way. It's just going to be flip, go, score, flip, go, score, exit, score.
Yeah.
That's what I said about Lewis Diago at the lineouts.
we were talking about, I think Suali'i is not doing anything.
That
Why
guy
is
is
he-
shit. Why do they ever talk about him? What's the $3 million for?
yeah.
Then I said something.
Why,
You know,
why is he kicking so flat and low? It's not doing anything.
why is he kicking under Eben's arm? How's that going to work?
Ah!
Then I
no
said,
one else in Australia could do that.
then I said, and bear in mind, Brett, we're on row 3, and there's sometimes even in a cacophony, the stadium gets kind of quiet. And there was a scrum for the Wallabies after we had kicked to the coffin corner, and I was yelling at the top of my lungs, and it was very audible, so much that a guy in front of me said, "Hey, are you Harry?" I said, "How does it feel? How does it feel, Wallabies? How does it feel?"
Before they
22
easily
nil,
completed the
motherfucker.
scrum and got the ball away.
and then like about 20 minutes later, there was an Aussie behind us. That guy,
oh, man.
I don't know. I don't think he even existed in the first 20 minutes, but he grew in power and size and stature. By the end, he was the commentator of our section.
Yeah.
And he was just saying really weird Queenslander things that I didn't even know
Come
if they
on,
were English or not.
Wallabies! Come on, Wallabies!
Come on.
So
so
have we got a score check at this point? Are we already at 22-0? Is that where we're at?
No,
we were still
no.
frisky at 22-5 because we actually congratulated Dylan Peach. We said that's nice for them. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't want them to feel bad.
It's the first phase off the line out. It's hard to defend, you know.
That's
And then,
nice
okay,
for
here's
them.
the immortal Ringo words. Then we switched. So we were in the corner where Kurtley Arnse did his Leckerback thing and scored, right? So then at Oranges, it switches around, and Ringo says to me, "Oh, now we're not going to see anything. Like nothing's going to happen down here."
It's all going to happen on that side of the field. We won't see the game again.
That was my favorite comment of all, because then we saw a lot. We saw everything.
Way too much.
We saw Suali'i diving. We saw Harry Wilson springing his
Wilson hurt his
hamstring.
knee.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Oh no! Please.
There you go,
continue.
Brett. I hope you enjoy that.
Great.
This
Oh.
is like the most amazing example of Schadenfreude where we actually, it's like Dumb and Dumber. We were Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. We were
Just
so
don't-
full of ourselves for so long. Up to like before the intercept, even the intercept, I was like, that's just ambition. We'll get back to kicking the ball. Marnie will
We
sort
did
it
that on
out.
purpose. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
want to make them feel good.
So where
And
are
then
we?
at some
So-
point, we were really, really stuffed and we knew it. And we started just finding ways to, I don't know, pretend that nothing had really happened.
Well, by that stage, what started happening was that, you know, even before that, the Wallabies start winning the aerial contest, and Len Ikitau starts carving up in midfield and getting offloads away where there really wasn't offloads before. And then almost for fun, Nick Frost starts just picking out your line-out ball, and it was just from my point of view, it was still like, wow, that's going well.
That's
Wow,
kind of arrogant, Brett. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like you sound like arrogant nowadays.
Yeah. I'll go.
Like on the pages of the Roar, I was reading, and someone was saying, "That's over, man. Rossi's out of ideas. It's done."
That's crazy.
Yeah. Where this is the beginning of the dissension of the South Africans.
They peaked. They peaked
early.
last year. We can match the physicality. We bullied them.
Never that good.
I saw an article by a friend, John O'Drennan, saying the bullied become the bullies, or the bullies became, I don't know what he said about bullies, but I was thinking that's cool. And then I heard that that's actually being posted, and a lot of the Springbok players have been looking at that. And because the picture the Sydney Morning Herald unfortunately ran was the scrum, which was the one thing we actually did win that day.
True.
And they've had the scrum, and it has, bullied the bullies, and I go, oh, I don't know if that's good. That's not smart.
Yeah. and because Ringo Harry revealed last week that he and I are in 80 plus WhatsApp groups with most of our guests, we've been picking Jono a week, going, fantastic. This is all your fault if we get this is how this is going to go.
And Jono's lived in Cape Town before. He wrote for the Cape Argus, and he had a brilliant story about a parrot who witnessed a murder somewhere, I think in Rosebank, and was managed to call the cops and squawk into the phone.
Oh, come on.
No, I shit you not.
African greys can do that, Brett. African greys can do that.
What, they can pick up a phone and dial the South African equivalent below?
Our parrots can bully your parrots. I'm telling you that. Our parrots can
It's
scrum.
not really close.
Yeah, your parrots
our parrots are better aerials.
Well.
No, for 20 minutes. For 20 minutes, we're very arrogant. We're the best 20-minute team. I was joking a year ago saying the All Blacks are now the best 1 hour team, and then that's why you beat them. Now we're the best 20-minute team in the world. We're amazing 20 minutes. No one can stand up to our 20 minutes.
No,
that's what Fraser McRae said today in his little press conference. He says, we were dominated for 20 minutes. I'm like, stop it. We know what someone told you to say that, because it's not. It's like Ringo and I. Yeah, we dominated for 20 minutes. It was great.
Yes,
it was amazing.
Yeah. But see, you
and then we just got drunk.
Yeah.
And then you spent the rest of the evening like this guy here on screen.
Most of it was
this poor
thinking
guy.
about what we
Look
paid
at the lady in front.
This poor guy.
Look at the girl in front of though. Also,
yeah,
there's just
she's got there's gritted teeth there, isn't there?
Mm.
So Ringo, you're right about the prices too. My God, people were gouged to watch that shit.
Yeah. I cannot
Yeah.
believe you go to Ellis Park. You spend now. It's hard to translate it for you, maybe Brett, but I think it's like the equivalent of, we worked it out, like £500 if you want to take your family to go watch the game, just on the tickets of family of 3 or 4 people, and then you have to add up maybe another £200-300 for a day of rugby. In Ellis Park, which I love it.
It's not.
But
It's not Richmond. It's not Twickenham. Yeah.
It's
like
not
you're paying Twickenham prices, but you're not in Twickenham.
Yeah. There's no bars outside for after the game revelries or going to meet other fans. You go home and you stew on the bus or the train all the way and go to bed upset.
And it's probably a good thing there's no bars and things outside the stadium, because you've already spent all your money inside.
The bars will get nothing out of a game the way things are going these days. Now,
but yet on TV, the stadium looked like it was 90% full.
I think they were short about 12,000 people. They said so. Probably around there,
50 plus,
85-ish. Yeah.
To be fair, along with our ticket prices, there was a lady that came and just gave us beer all night for free.
Yeah.
Just take this beer. Yeah.
For free.
I'm serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
How did that work?
A few times.
I don't know, but
I think we were sitting next to a corporate function or something, and we were.
I think it was the Peregrine Capital. Shout out, sponsor us. But we were just drinking your beer, Peregrine. So thanks.
Delicious. Thank you. It was needed. The further we went into that game, we were happier to grab it. Yes, please. Just another one.
Oh, and by the way, Brett, when I got in trouble with Sindiswe and she was shepherding me off the field, she took me into the media as if I was a damaged child in a train wreck or something. My brain didn't work right. She's like, so you go here, and I just kept running into people. Hi, Sasha. How's it going? In chat, like, this is the most amazing route ever. Keep doing this. Hi, Laurie Fisher. How are you doing?
Yeah. So, what was the moment in all this where you thought, we're really in trouble here?
Just the interception. For me, it was interception because I realized we are playing always as if we're behind when we're ahead, and now we're going to play like we're behind I'm ahead when we're behind, and that's kind of what happens. We just had no situational awareness. 22-5, 22-12. It's still a fucking good lead, man.
Yeah.
So you do things to tighten, to shorten the clock, to keep the thing in front of your forwards. You find all the slidey parts of the field. As we reported, it was actually raining right before. It was that slick kind of rain. It's the worst kind of rain. Like if you're on your bike in that kind of rain, you fall because it's that slick kind. So it was just beautiful to roll kicks through the line into the corner where Max or Tom, all they can do is scuff it out. But we didn't do that anymore. We started doing right down the middle of the field, up and unders. We started having, staggered attacks against staggered defenses. And so it was all chaotic. And then in the end, it's arm tackling. And then, oh, wow, it's 22-19. So then I thought, now if you want to play a certain way, but then we went the other way. Riaan, on my rewatch, it was so baffling. I'm still baffled.
Yeah.
So that's only the 59th minute. They converted it. So it's 22-19. There's still 21 minutes to play there. So at that point, you thought we're in trouble.
I still want to be the 22 than the 19.
Of course, yeah.
What I'm saying is I felt like I was in trouble because I didn't see any awareness of what we were doing. So I just thought, well, it's probably going to continue in this madcap fashion. And there's no one on the bench to particularly bring in that's going to go, hey, everyone, let's not score any points, but let's make sure they score no points too and win a 22-19 game, which I'm fine winning, by the way.
Yeah, right. So Harry Wilson scores his second try in the 64th minute. O'Connor converts.
Thank you for showing us that again.
No, you're very welcome. That's the moment where his knee is still intact. Just as he bumps off.
You're not using Harry properly.
They need to get him in more space. So that's the 65th minute. It's 26-22. So that's the moment that I screamed into a blanket.
Is that some sort of asphyxiation sex routine you have? Yeah. Fred, or what are you talking about?
Were you on your bed?
No.
Why are you screaming into blankets?
Not at all.
What's wrong?
So I'm sitting in exactly the same position I'm in.
Wait, do you always have a little blanket with you when you watch Wallaby games?
No. In my office behind the camera over here, there's a couch and there's a blanket on it. I stretch out at night. It's very comfortable. I often fall asleep at night. I'm sitting here in exactly the same position I am. My TV is like that way over there, and I'm watching all this. And so,
what are you wearing?
I don't know. Same as what I'm wearing now. I don't know. I've been wearing this all week,
Pants?
mate.
Oh, okay.
Pants? No comment. So Jorgensen wins the contest. Tom Wright makes his break, and straight away I'm like, what's going on here? And so I've made my way over in front of the TV as he gets the offload away to Harry Wilson. And I'm thinking, no, he's going to get run down. And I realized suddenly he's not going to get run down. And I'm just going, go. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm trying not to wake up the house. And he's dived in, and I've just dived headfirst into my couch and screamed as loud as I possibly could with trying not to wake anyone else up my house. And I said to you in the postmortem that I've either got away with it or I'm in a lot of trouble later. I got away with it. No one heard me, which is, a decent result. But that was the moment I had to scream into a blanket.
See, that's a good example. So that's actually a wonderful picture you painted there. But Riaan, this is actually a wonderful example of what I was saying before about things being true, but also false, but kind of true. Harry Wilson kind of is Warren Whiteley. Like, you're right. Like, in the end, they are wasting him when they run him into walls. Get him into space. He's super comfortable out there. Great hands. A cricketer.
It's literally where he does his best work. Yeah.
So,
but I still
thank you,
didn't
Riaan,
think...
for helping them. Probably Laurie Fisher probably heard your dumb arse saying that.
They're close enough to the bench.
No coincidence that Warren Whiteley played his best rugby whilst wearing a red scrum cap too. So I still didn't think at 26-22 they're going to win this. At this point, I'm thinking, nah, there's still 15 minutes. There's got to be a comeback here. And even when Max Jorgensen scores his try, and that goes 33-22 with, there's still more than 10 minutes of that play. Even then, I'm still thinking, nah, there's got to be more.
I believed we could come back.
I thought we could still come back.
Yeah.
And it was only
because we had done it so many times before.
Yeah. Well, so
but I was hardly concerned. I was concerned, but I still thought this is gonna have a happy ending. Not with a blanket screaming and naked like you, but I was thinking more like this is gonna have a happy ending because we're gonna do something really, really crazy. Like something's gonna happen. And I think so. I don't know what was the breakaway with Andre fumbling the ball, and then is that before that or after that?
That's
what led to Wright's try.
I had concerns because I started thinking Lady Luck is not necessarily on our side, and I thought she was because I almost died and we didn't on the way. I thought, okay, maybe Lady Luck is on our side. Then I thought, no, it's not. Lady Luck is on Brett's side. Yeah.
So for me, it was like a lack of what we did to the All Blacks. We were behind with them. We didn't button down. How many mauls did the Box put
one,
up the whole game?
Two,
one.
Not many.
I think there was one dummy maul.
It was one.
That is not what we do when we are trying to grind out the win. You go to the corner, you get a line out, and you just maul and tire them out. We refuse to do, like you said, Marnie was just flinging the ball all over the field. We were doing midfield bombs that would bounce on the grass, which is good, but then there would be no backup, no chase line. The Wallabies would regather, and two of their tries would just be straight through the middle of the field. Tate McDermott, I think, cleaned one up, and I think that was a Harry Wilson try. And then the last one where what's the name scored? Tom Wright. It's just like a midfield bomb, it bounces, which is good. You want this chaos, and then we have no backup line. The guys are just standing around randomly, and it just felt like a bunch of guys who didn't know what they were doing.
We went to one-man chases, which never works in modern rugby. You got to have two or three, maybe three. You got to have a big, you got to have a banger, you got to have a scraps guy, someone in the air, and like it's almost like Laurie Fisher was saying to me on post-match, we didn't really have an answer for your opening barrage. We don't know why it stopped. And so to your point, like the template was already there. It wasn't like we had to wonder about it, And the thing is, yes, fans hate it when you kick, when you're behind, but actually it's the quickest ball of all. Like Marty I think he fell in love with the applause of the crowd because we were getting these massive meters, but then we were getting found out. And it's like, at some point you have to block out the crowd and go back to your actual percentages playbook.
Yeah.
So I said to your post-match that I still wasn't 100% sure how Suoli took the intercept. Like I didn't. I couldn't.
It was
it's a terrible pass.
I hadn't at that stage comprehended how he, was it a good read? Did he get lucky?
He threw it to Joey. It wasn't to anyone else.
On subsequent watches, I quickly find out that he just stood there and let it hit him, basically, because it was a mile forward.
The pass was so bad.
Forward.
And that's a fourth pass. That's one of those, I'm going to just bullet this thing. Yeah. Someone will be there. And unfortunately, it was 6 foot whatever, Joseph Suoli.
It was just straight to him. And from a standing start, he's got all the way. And
Brett, on the rewatch, I did notice what he was feeling or seeing, or someone may have even shouted at him. There was 3, maybe 4 carriers in wide open space. But what was needed was the Finn Russell, that kind of lofted, super high one, and because he had all the time in the world, actually.
Like what O'Connor threw to Jorgensen.
Yeah. Exactly. And then Peter Steph the toys out there. He's got great hands. He catches it, and he just has one. And then there's a flyer outside. That was one of the worst passes I've seen.
So at 33-22, and as we're entering into the last 10 minutes, and McWright wins that ruck penalty, and I'm going, just kick at the poles. Like, take the 3, get out by 15. Like, take the 3 for God's sake. And they kept playing. And I'm still thinking they're coming back. They've got to come back. They're going to come back. This is just like the Bledisloe. Though. It's horrible. Please stop it. Please don't let this happen again. No, not again. I've been through this way too much. No one should have to take through this again. And then Wright scores his try. And I'm thinking, is 16
I said
points
the first
enough?
true thing of the day. I turned to Harry and I told him it's over. That's it.
Finally, the truth came out.
Here goes Jones with another bruising run. He links up with McKay, who pops back to Jones. They can't. They won't. They will. What a try. The Dream Team combo go in again.